Previously on William Weyser's Childhood Fears, William tortured his number one not his cup of tea VHS for the last time. On the second to last episode of this season, William is talking about one bad wish with one bad VHS. The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh Volume 6, All's Well That Ends Well. And now, here's the man that's going to tell you about his bad wish with this bad VHS, William Weyser. Hi everyone, William Weyser's here, and welcome to the second to last episode of this season of William Weyser's Childhood Fears. This is also the second of the things wrong that I'm doing in the last 3 episodes of this season. On the last episode, I did 9 things wrong with Blue's Clues Magenta Comes Over, and I am done torturing that VHS. I am not doing it again. And I forgot to say this in the 9 things wrong with Blue's Clues Magenta Comes Over because I didn't think of it. If Rugrats is the cause of Blue's Clues being hurt, like 2 bad Rugrats trailers in Magenta Comes Over, and Blue's Clues in a Rugrats VHS that has a bad episode that has a material that Blue's Clues shouldn't be anywhere near, then Rugrats should just stay away from Blue's Clues. Now, on to this VHS. In 2009, I was continuing my collection of volumes of the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and with only 4 or 5 left I haven't seen up until that point, I got volume 6, because I knew that the front of this VHS has one of my top 2 favorite episodes of the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, All's Well That Ends Wishing Well. The other one, which is not in here, but it's in Everything's Coming Up Roses, is E-I-E-I-Eeyore. I was really excited to watch this episode on this volume. But then, when I looked at the back of this VHS, that's where things went bad. And what were those bad things? Let's find out. Now, like the 9 things wrong with Blue's Clues Magenta Comes Over, I'm going to show what those things are in colored construction paper. This time, well, last time I used green because Steve loves green. This time I'm using red because red is the color background for this VHS. Winnie the Pooh, or Pooh Bear, wears a red shirt in almost every episode, and he loves the shade of red. So I'm going to give him this red, but not the red that he's going to like until this is over. So here's this bad wish that I'm going to talk about in this episode. These are 7 things wrong with the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh Volume 6, All's Well That Ends Well. Number 1. Pooh Bear Stuck in a Bubble. When I looked at the back of this VHS, that was where things went downhill. On the Season 2 premiere of William Weyser's Childhood Fears, I talked about this VHS, and the season premiere was this picture of Pooh Bear stuck in a bubble. It might not creep out that many people, but it creeped me out when I first saw it. Forgetting that I saw a little bit of it in the learning intro with Pooh Bear in a bubble and Tigger and Piglet bouncing with Pooh Bear in the bubble. It was when Tigger says, "Don't worry, Buddy Bear, I'll unbubble you if it's the last thing I do before lunch." And I wish this episode was bubbled. Or, when I saw this, it was more bubbled in a bad way. And before I saw this, I've never even heard of the episode Bubble Trouble. And when I saw this, we were sailing Yeah, to quote the Phantom Strider when he was talking about the SpongeBob SquarePants episode Bubble Troubles, and we're sailing into trouble, alright, that's for sure. And this episode was trouble, thanks to this picture. Number 2. Where, oh, Where Has My Piglet Gone is the last episode in this volume. If you saw what the episodes were when I talked about thing number 1, the episodes on this VHS are All's Well That Ends Wishing Well, Bubble Trouble, and Where Has My Piglet Gone? If you think that Bubble Trouble, well, the picture of Pooh Bear stuck in a bubble from that episode, was the only thing about the back of this VHS that bugged me, it's not just that. When I saw this episode on the back of that VHS, it made me think of Clever Little Piglet. And on that VHS, it's the first episode there. Here, it's the last episode, and this was the first time I've seen one episode be the first episode on one VHS and the last episode on another VHS. It's just, I've also seen this on SpongeBob SquarePants, and there, it worked on some DVDs, and maybe some videos as well, but mostly DVDs. But here, this just doesn't work. Where's my Piglet gone? Where should you have been in the right position of this volume?